Welcome, everyone. I am Danielle Mioli, one of the founders of Awaken, as well as your Chief Sales Officer. So excited to be here. This is a really special night for us. We have our very first Awakened Mind training tonight from someone who I absolutely adore. And if you don't know Dr. Ona Love Brown, she is quite a force to be reckoned with. I am so excited about having her not only on our Awakened Self Advisory Board and putting together content for the Awakened Mind, but she is a coach. She's spoken all over the world. She's known as the Message Midwife. She is someone who is super powerful and has a heart of gold. And we have been spending a lot of time together, her and I and Ashley, putting together this amazing Awakened Mind training that you're going to have year round that'll launch at convention. And tonight she's going to give you just a little taste of what you're going to be getting with that pillar in Awakened as these months roll on and weeks roll on. So I think I'm frozen. Can you guys see me? I hope we're not. Okay, good. So for some reason I look frozen here, but so she is also the baby girl of one of my greatest influences in my life, Les Brown. And I might've had a few tears when I found out she joined our company. And our very first call, I was just blown away by her presence. And I've been reading one of the books she wrote, and she's just a blessing. So without further ado, Dr. Ona Love Brown, I think I'm going to make you a co-host just so you have the ability to mute and unmute. Forgive me. And make sure we get you all set up here. There she is. So Ona, you should be good to go in about 2 seconds. And you should be able to unmute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Danielle. I'm so excited to be here. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to come together and for me to be able to do what I love to do, which is to inspire and to uplift and hopefully encourage the powerful people that we have in this beautiful vision of Awakened Nation. And so thank you, each and every one of you that are tuned in. I know that every moment of your life is an opportunity for you to grow and to develop and to get better. So we love it when you invest your time and your energy and you show up. So thank you for being who you are. And I just want to dive into a couple of things. When I think about the beginning of the year, and I think about how we made it into this brand new year, which is a new beginning. And the value of that, we understand that we'll never get a new year until you get a new you. And so renewing yourself is something that I believe in, and I found that works really well with clients. And also having spoken nationally and internationally since 1995, when you get into the space of taking time to focus in on who you are, whose you are, and what you're here to do, it just doesn't get any better than that. And I think that oftentimes we get distracted by the different things in life, and we don't really take enough time to get in the mirror, to focus on ourselves, to see what it is that we can really learn about who we are based upon the fact that we just stepped into this new year. What are some things that really worked well for you last year? What are some things that maybe you could work on that you might be holding you back? What are some things that if you reflect on yourself right now, you know, if you had 2022 to do over, you could do some things differently that would put you in a different place? Maybe it would be more adventurous. Maybe it's about being more outspoken. Maybe it's about being more centered and grounded. Maybe it's about you not allowing other people and other situations and circumstances to throw you off. Maybe perhaps it's about you taking time to really get still with yourself and to do some journaling, to do some what they call vision boarding, to do some things that will help you to get centered with who you are and how you're showing up to this thing called life. And so that's why the first step of renewing yourself is to reflect. Just take some time to reflect on who you are and what it is that you know you might need to change about yourself in order to get to that next level of your greatness and power. We're in this beautiful opportunity with this powerful gift of this product and these amazing, powerful people that care about people and they don't care about just what you can do for the company, but also what you can do for yourself and how you can become better. And so that's what I think more than anything, when I look back at my career and I look back at my speaking and the coaching and the training, there were so many times when I felt as if I were to get to this next level, that it would require me to do all these things outside. And now I realize, after you live a little longer, I know I've got some people on here that's been here for a while. I'm not the only one, right? When you live a little longer, it's never about the things outside. It's always the inside job that we get to do. And that's when everything shifts in your reality. So that's one of the things that I would say is the power of reflection. The next thing I would say that's very important for us is to identify our smile makers. That's right. Our smile makers. I did a body of work called Discover the Greatest You Ever. And one of the things that I said in there in that body of work was how you can begin to identify what your smile makers are. Now, everyone has different smile makers, different things that give them joy, different things that fill up their cup, different things that replenish them and restore them and recharge them and rejuvenate them. And so you've got to know what that is for yourself. I know mine. I used to call the ocean, I still call the ocean my boyfriend. It's nothing like spending time by water for me. It's so relaxing. It's so peaceful. It's so calming. The birds, the clouds, the hearing the shore come in, hearing the water come into the shore. All these things are just very powerful for me. And it's so relaxing. The other thing is being able to just play with children. I guess because I don't really have children of my own, but during the holidays, the family wants to talk politics. They want to talk all these different complex conversations. I want to be in the floor with the children. Pass me the G.I. Joe, pass me the Legos, pass me the Scrabble. Let's get this puzzle going, having a good time. If you want to get spanked in Uno, I'm here for you. That's what gives me joy. It fills up my cup. It replenishes me. And so one of the things that I truly believe, and we've been saying for years, is that you can't pull anything out of an empty bag. And so you constantly giving out to others, constantly giving to your goals, your family, your dreams, and not doing anything to pour back into yourself, it's not going to work. After a while, you'll find yourself burnt out. You find yourself overwhelmed. You find yourself challenged. And so understanding that you can't pull anything out of an empty bag, it's important that we replenish ourselves, refuel ourselves, and get tapped into our smile makers so that we can actually be able to give from our overflow. When we're giving from our overflow, we have more than enough for our goals, for our dreams, for our family, for our opportunity, for everything that has anything to do with us. We have what we need. And so that's why when you think about pouring into yourself, you have to know what it is for yourself. You've got to know if it's time in nature, if it's going for a walk, it may be going to the gym, it may be listening to live music, it may be being able to sing and sing as if you have a sold out arena. Whatever it is that gives you joy and fills up your cup, that's what you want to give to yourself, and schedule that for yourself. Because if you just wait, oftentimes when we wait, it doesn't happen. And so the things that are important in our lives, we put it on our calendars, right? So put that on your calendar, give that to yourself, honor yourself, understand that you are your greatest commodity. There's nothing greater than you in this thing called life. You and your relationship with those that you love, and you being able to do what it is that you're here to do in a powerful way, and live out your purpose and shine your light and make a difference in your family, in your community, in your church, in your opportunity, in your organization. Wherever you go, you should be able to light the place up. You don't just go into the room, you enter the room and you light the place up. Why? Because you've taken the time to give yourself what you need. You've honored yourself with everything that you want in this thing called life. And you understand that you're not going to deplete yourself. Most of us sometimes are going through life malnourished, right? Mentally malnourished, spiritually malnourished, physically malnourished. We have depleted ourselves. And why do we go and plug and charge up our phone every single day without fail, but we don't charge up ourselves? Because we think it's okay to deplete ourselves. And I'm saying to you that it's not. I'm saying to you that we believe that you need to renew yourself, and we want you to be at your greatest version of yourself. And that's going to require you to get seriously serious about who you are and what you're here to do and the way that you're here to do it. So that requires a decision. That requires you to make a decision to say, you know what? I understand that I have to put the oxygen on myself first. I remember I've been flying since I was 7. And I used to hear them say, oh, if by chance we lose altitude if we lose altitude, you have to put the oxygen on the children and the elders first. And I thought to myself, these are some cold people. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to help the people I can help because I'm a giving person. I'm a loving person. And so I'm not following those instructions. I didn't tell them that, but I knew in my mind what I was going to do. And then after flight after flight after flight, one day it just dawned on me. Wait a minute. If I lose consciousness, if I, for whatever reason, am unable to breathe, how am I going to help anyone? That would be being a disservice, not only to myself, but for everyone that I desire to help. And so I realized that putting the oxygen on myself first, it seems selfish initially, but it's required. It's a requirement for me to put the oxygen on myself first and to give myself the ability to be conscious, to be at my best, and to be able to help others. And so if you're a helper, if you're a giver, if you're a person that's always pouring out to others, and especially us women who are natural nurturers, and we are the gatekeepers of life because no one can get here unless they come through one of us, right? And we constantly, oftentimes, put other things and other people and everyone above ourselves, and then leave ourselves at the bottom of the totem pole and give ourselves the crumbs. And that is not going to work. You owe it to yourself to give yourself the highest, to pour into yourself and to allow yourself to be at your best. So everything that has anything to do with you, your family, your goals, your dreams, your community, all of that can get the best of you, the highest of you. And it will be coming from your overflow. And you will continue to be able to shine and live out the life that you deserve to live. Your greatest version of yourself is waiting on you. Oftentimes we sign up to be the volunteer victim and the martyr. I love it when my dad has been saying for years, wherever you find yourself in life, at some point in time, you made an appointment to be there. So if we are constantly blaming others and finding excuses, we cannot get to that next level of greatness. We cannot renew ourselves. We cannot grow to our highest level of power and development. And so today, we trade in all of our good excuses for great results. Today, I trade in all of my good excuses for great results. And yes, I'm going to reflect and renew myself, and I'm going to recharge myself, and I'm going to give myself my smile makers. And then I'm going to make a decision to honor who I am and what I'm here to do and to live out my purpose in a great way. I remember one time when I was living in Miami, Florida, I went to this yoga class. And I was really, really struggling with this yoga class. I mean, it seemed like the time was moving backwards. And every move that we had to hold, it seemed like it was taking everything for me to hold the particular stance. And I was just in this place of wanting to give up. I saw the exit sign. I knew no one in the room knew me. I was like, if I could just somehow make myself invisible and head towards the exit sign and get out of this yoga class, I will be so happy. And then I'll never forget this. As long as I live, I glanced over to the right of me, and there was this elderly woman. She had to be, she had beautiful, all gray hair, and she was very petite, and she was very centered. And you could just tell she had just reached a mastery level of yoga, and she was just doing her deep breathing, and she wasn't even sweating. It was like she was glistening. And she looks over at me and she says, "Honor yourself." And I was like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Honor yourself." And in that moment, I don't know what happened, but I got more, just like more endurance, more confidence, more courage. And I started doing the deep breathing. And when she would go into the stance, I would go into the stance. And when she would hold, I would hold. And I just realized, I said, wait a minute, if this powerful woman who's a senior citizen can do this class and look at me and say, honor yourself, then I have to find a way to honor who I am and stick this out and stay, even though it's tough, push forward. So what am I saying to you? I'm saying to you that let's not be delusional with ourselves. Every year comes with its own set of challenges. Every year comes with its own set of setbacks and disappointments and sicknesses and failures and disappointments and deaths and all types of things that show up in life. And there are going to be times when you are going to feel like throwing in the towel and giving up and feeling like you don't have what it takes to see it through. But here's what I want to say to you: honor yourself. Just honor yourself on those tough moments, in those challenging times, when you feel like you don't have what it takes. Just honor yourself and keep going through the motions. Keep taking time for deep breathing. Take time to reflect. Take time to recharge. Take time to do what it is that you're here to do in a powerful way. And know that you have the ability to complete the class. It's a class. And I completed. And at the end, I was so happy. I went over and hugged her. I said, thank you for those 2 words. Thank you for giving me what I needed in that moment when I needed it the most. Those words will never leave who I am. They become a part of me. And so on those toughest days and those challenging weeks, when you feel as if you don't have what it takes, it's up to you to give yourself what you need, to put the oxygen on yourself, to honor yourself, and also set yourself up to win. How do you set yourself up to win? Being on this type of call, being a part of this powerful organization, surrounding yourself with other powerhouses, people that can uplift you, people that can encourage you, people that can speak life into you when you need to have life spoken into you, and you can speak life into them when they need to have life spoken into them. And it's really about knowing that when you set yourself up to win, you're giving yourself a winning advantage. You're giving yourself the things that you need. And if you know there's some areas of challenge that you have, like perhaps you're challenged with organization. So find some people that are really good with organizing and get them on board, get them on your team and get them to help you in that area. Let's say you're challenged with being able to just, you're introverted, you're shy, okay? So you don't like to necessarily go in a room and meet people. Okay, great. Get you some extroverted friends and be their wingman, right? Or let them be your wing woman. And just find yourself in a place where you're giving yourself what you need to set yourself up to win. And the most important thing I want to say as we begin to land this plane is just to know how special you are, how unique you are. There's nobody else like you on the planet but you. You've cornered the market on being you. There was one mold, and you came and became that mold for the world. And so keep shining your light on a day-to-day basis, because why? The world needs your light. It needs your light, because in the way that you can bring your light, no one else can bring it. And so we're excited to have you be a part of this. And we appreciate every single person that shows up and shines their light in a unique way and do good things, bring good energy, good love, good intentions, and good words of encouragement to everyone that is here, because you'll never know how powerful your words may be for someone that needs your words on that particular day. And if there's someone that comes to mind that you feel you should call them and let them know you love them. Call them and speak life into them. Call them and encourage them. Call them and let them know the value that they bring to your life, because someone paid the price for you to be here looking good, smelling good, and doing everything you want to do in this thing called life. So when that price has been paid, you pay it back, you pay it forward, and you keep shining. Renew yourself as often as you can. Thank you.
So I wasn't anticipating to cry my lashes off, but I am supremely honored by not only the message you just brought, but the chat today is on fire. Dr. Ona Love Brown, I adore you. This is just your first peek into the pillar of awakened self. You guys have not seen anything yet. We are, like Ashley says, we're stretching out our Bambi legs. You guys have not seen two of the three pillars of awaken that make up the heart of this company. And that's awakened self and awakened health. Yes, is our products, but awakened wealth and awakened self. Those two are supremely important in the what makes up the composition of this brand. I will remind you, for those of you who don't know this or do know this, I want to give you a reminder that people come maybe for a product or to get a result, but they stay for the culture. You just experienced tonight a taste of what you're going to get every week of the year. We're going to have a different topic for you. Ona is putting something together special with us to actually give you every week of the year something to help you grow into the person that you were designed to be. You all have seeds of greatness in you. That's why you're here. We're going to all do this together. We're going to lock arms and we're going to become the best versions of ourselves together. So thank you so much, Dr. Brown. We love you. That was amazing. And yes, thank you. Right,
thank
everybody?
you.
So
love
thank
you.
So much. And we're going to end this call. And then we're going to have you come back into the waiting room so we can have two separate recordings to archive tonight. So thank you so much again, and we'll catch you in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.